Psalms chapter 82 verse 6 in the KJV. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. This is a passage that a lot of Israelites and brothers in the truth refer to use to say that we are gods, because we know that gods in Hebrew means power, and that we are powers along with the Most High God. But this is not talking about Israelites or any mortal in flesh and blood when you really study and comprehend what this passage is talking about. So we're going to look into get a much more in-depth study and understanding of this passage, who this passage is referring to as gods or powers and children of the Most High. And in this context, it's not talking about the Israelites or God's chosen people. Before we go any further, let's start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Shalom and blessings to the hopefully elect of the 12 tribes of Israel. This is Brother Michael, and today's lesson we're studying is Ye Are Gods, and we're going to hopefully get a better comprehension of who the gods are referring to in Psalms 82. So let me read that again, then we're going to take a walk through the scriptures and come back to this when we get the key pieces to put this puzzle together. So Psalms 82 KJV verse 6 again says, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. So I can understand how people use it, believe that it's referring to us Israelites as God's chosen people, but we're not comprehending the correct context of this passage, because the Bible does say all over that that the Israelites are God's chosen people, but that is a different context from the children of the Most High. So take a walk with me to start this journey. We're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 8. This is where I'll begin. Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 8 in the KJV, which says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. So there's a problem here when you closely examine this passage. I gave you guys a second to see if you guys catch the issue. In verse 8, there's a problem there. Check this out. It says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. So that is the big issue there. We know that there is 12 tribes. And according to the table of nations in Genesis 10, there is 70 nations. So this passage is not adding up. The King James is not the end all be all. It's a amazing translation, but it's not 100% perfect or accurate. There's small issues here and there, and this definitely is a big issue that does not add up. How the 70 nations was divided among the children of Israel, which there's only 12 tribes. To get a better understanding, we're going to look into the Greek Septuagint version. It is a much older translation than the Masoretic text that the King James leans on for their translation. So in the Greek Septuagint, in Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 8, it says, when the Most High divided the nations, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the nations according to the number of the angels of God. And his people Jacob became the portion of the Lord. Israel was the line of his inheritance. So the Greek Septuagint makes more sense than what we read in the King James, where it says that he set the bounds of nations according to the number of angels of the Most High. And also another issue is that when the Lord separated the nations, Israel did not exist as a nation yet. This was even before Abraham existed or was around. So the Greek Septuagint version makes more sense that he divided the nations among the angels. And some of these modern translations get it correct also, and they lean on they support the Septuagint translation. Let me pull it up in the Good News translation. Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy 32, verse 8 in the Good News translation. The Most High assigned nations their lands. He determined where people should live. He assigned to each nation a heavenly being. But Jacob's descendants he chose for himself. So the Good News translation does a good job of accurately translating this passage, saying that he assigned to each nation a heavenly being. And this makes more sense than the King James Version. And let me pull out the NET version too. Let me see if I have it. And New English Translation. This is the new NET, New English Translation version also, which says, when the Most High gave the nations their inheritance, he divided up humankind. He set the boundaries of the peoples according to the number of the heavenly assembly. So when studying the Bible, it's not good to just only rely on the King James Version being your end-all, be-all Bible translation. There's a lot of excellent translations that can give you more edification, understanding to support or correct it in the King James Version. Next, let's go to Genesis 11, where it all started, the dividing of the nations. Genesis 11, and we're going to start at verse 4, which takes us to the time of the Tower of Babel. Genesis 11, verse 4, KJV says, and they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. When Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded, and Yahweh said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. So you see this, the people are one and they all have one language. So this was event took place before the Lord divided the nations. Verse 7, Go to, let us go down and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So that's the key part there in verse 7, which the Most High speaking, saying, let us. And who's the Most High talking about? He's talking about him and the angels. Let us go down there, confound their language, that there may be not understand one another's speech. So Yahweh scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Now to prove that it's the Most High and the angels and let us, we're going to go to the book of Joshua, chapter 9, verse 32, where it gives an interesting, detailed account of this division that took place in the Tower of Babel. So let me see if I can find it. Book of Joshua. Chapter 9, verse 32. Okay, here it is. And the Most High said to the 70 angels who stood foremost before him, to those who were near to him, saying, Come, let us descend and confuse their tongues, that one man shall not understand the language of his neighbor. And they did so unto them. So this is the piece that connects us with Deuteronomy 32:8, which I read previously. And the Joshua gave us an important piece of information that the Most High said to the 70 angels, let us descend and confuse their tongues. So this is where the Most High and the 70 angels divided the nations. When you look at the table of nations in Genesis 10, the descendants of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, it totals to 70 nations. So the Most High called on 70 angels to come and do the dividing then. So the book of Joshua is a real valuable book that gives us unique and interesting details that are not included in the canonized version of the Bible. It's a very valuable resource to enhance your studies and understanding. Next, we're going to go to Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 17, verse 17. Let's see if I can find it. Sirach 17:17, which says, For in the division of the nations of the whole earth he set a ruler over every people, but Israel is the Lord's portion. So it's saying the same thing in what we read, that he set a ruler over every people. And this goes back to where we start off in Psalms 82, verse 6, that these are the gods that the Most High was talking to. Where he said, ye are gods and children of the Most High. The angels or divine beings were the children of the Most High in the context in Psalms 82, not the Israelites. I hope this is making sense to you, that the Most High divided the nations and said angels as lesser gods to shepherd and watch over the nations, and he himself is the God of Israel. This is all over the Bible. This play is. Next, we're going to go to the book of Jubilees, chapter 15. And you definitely need to hear what the book of Jubilees, their account about the dividing of the nations. It totally lines up with scriptures. Book of Jubilees, chapter 15, verse 30. For Ishmael and his sons and his brothers and Esau, the Lord did not cause to approach him. And he chose them not because they are the children of Abraham, because he knew them, but he chose Israel to be his people. And he sanctified it and gathered it from amongst all the children of men. For there are many nations and many peoples, and all are his. And over all hath he placed spirits and authority to lead them astray from him. So this is Jubilee's account of what we read in Deuteronomy 32, where the Most High set spirits in authority to lead them straight from him. But check this out in verse 32 now. But over Israel, he did not appoint any angel or spirit, for he alone is their ruler, and he will preserve them and require them at the hand of his angels and his spirits, and at the hand of all his powers, in order that he may preserve them and bless them, and that they may be his, and he may be theirs from henceforth forever. So I'm not sure why people are scared or don't understand the book of Jubilees when it's giving us another account of the events that happen in the stories of Genesis and Exodus. And it totally lines up with the scriptures. So I have no idea why brothers have a problem with the book of Jubilees when it's in the Dead Sea Scrolls. So I mean, the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Ethiopian Bible alone validates the book of Jubilees. So the gods in Psalms 82 is the angels that he appointed to be gods over the other nations. Okay, now that we established a narrative that the Most High is over Israel, and the Most High appointed 70 angels to guard and shepherd the other nations, now we can get a better understanding of Daniel 10, where it talks about the prince of Persia and Greece. That these are the guardian angels that the Most High appointed over the other nations. Check this out, Daniel chapter 10, verse 6. So this is the angel that came to answer Daniel's prayer in verse 6. His body also was like beryl, and his face has the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in the color of polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. So this is the angel that appeared to Daniel that answered his prayers from the Most High. And we skip down to verse 13, which says, But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia. So this angel, powerful divine being from the Most High, was blocked by the Prince of Persia for 21 days. So this is not talking about no mere mortal human being, because we cannot see angels, a mere mortal being made out of flesh and blood cannot see angels coming and going in the spiritual realm. We do not have that ability to see into those spiritual dimensions. Plus, a whole army wouldn't withstand a chance against those angels, because they are so powerful and mighty. At the blink of an eye, they can destroy and wipe out a whole army. So this is talking about the angels, the spiritual guardian of Persia, that held the angel of the Lord back from relaying the message to Daniel. So the archangel Michael had to come and assist this angel and hold back the prince of Persia, so that this angel could reach Daniel. And this is where you get principalities in the New Testament from. Paul is referring to these spiritual guardians of the other nations. That's where we get the principalities, powers, and rulers of darkness. This is what the Apostle Paul is talking about, because he understood the context of the Bible, where each nation have their own spiritual rulers. And let me finish this off with Daniel 10:20, or skip down to verse 20. Now it says, Then he said, Knowest thou wherefore I come thee? And now will I return to fight with the prince of Persia. And when I am gone, lo, the prince of Greece shall come. So this shows two examples of principalities where the angel of the Lord had to deal with the prince of Persia, and then prepare for the prince of Greece that was coming after them. So these are the rulers and these are the gods that the Most High was referring to in Psalms 82. Now that we went through all these precepts and gathered all these important pieces, let's go back to Psalms chapter 82 and put this puzzle together now, tie this all in for you now. We're going to go back to Psalms 82, which talks about your gods, but we're going to start at the top at verse 1. It's very important to get the correct understanding of this context. So Psalms 82 verse 1 in the KJV. A psalm of Asaph. The Most High standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. So this is the Most High in a meeting with the congregation of the mighty. Now we know this is not talking about no Israelites or humankind. The Most High did not meet with a group of mortal beings like that. In the Bible, only a few people got close to the Most High, which is probably like Enoch, Moses, or the priests during the Day of Atonement. So this is not talking about no mortal man. Another reference we're going to go to is Psalms 82, verse 1 in the New Living Translation. Listen to this. The Most High presides over heaven's court. He pronounces judgment on the heavenly beings. So the New Living Translation gives us more clarity on what's going on, where the Most High is presiding over heaven's court, and he pronounces judgment on the heavenly beings. And check, I want to bring out this translation also from the Amplified Bible, Psalms 82, as another witness reference, where it says, a psalm of Asaph. The Most High stands in the divine assembly. He judges among the gods, which is divine beings. So this is a good example is in the setting of the book of Job in the beginning, when the Most High meets with the sons of God, which is other angels, and he happens to meet Satan and makes a deal with Satan on testing Job. That's more what the heavenly courts, the meetings with the divine beings is, not the Most High meeting with some flesh and blood mortals. So Psalms 82:6 is not talking about the Israelites, God's chosen people. But let's continue and finish this out. Psalms 82, verse 2, back in the King James Version. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Selah. So the accusations the Most High is making against some of these divine beings, the shepherds of the other nations, is that they are judging unjustly and accepting the persons of the wicked, being respected persons. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. So they should be defending the poor and fatherless, instead of letting them be taken advantage of. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. So because these divine heavenly beings are not following the orders that the Most High gave them, and they're taking advantage of the weak and oppressed and allowing the wicked to do what they do, the foundations of the earth are out of course. Verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. So this is talking about the angels and the divine beings, not these like God's chosen people, because in the Old Testament always. For the most part, except for Hosea chapter 1, verse 10, 11, sons of God was always referring to the angels. Whether it was Genesis 6, Job 1 verse 6, Job 2 verse 1, Job 38:17. The sons of God is talking about angels. And in Psalms 82 verse 6, the children of Most High, he is talking about the angels, which is divine beings, a direct creation of the Most High. Verse 7, but ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. So because these gods have not did what the Most High set them to do, eventually the Most High is going to take them down. They're going to perish like men. These angels or gods were created to be immortal, to live forever, but Most High eventually is going to, when it's time for him to punish and judge them, he's going to take that away, and they're going to die and perish like mankind does. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Now, to show that the Most High is going to judge and punish these heavenly beings, we're going to go to Isaiah chapter 24. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 21, which says, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. So did you guys catch that? So it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth that are upon the earth. And let me finish in verse 22. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and they shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days they shall be visited. Now, for some people, it may be hard to see what's going on in verse 21, where the Lord's going to punish the host of the high ones, and realize the depth of it. So it's good to research and read the Bible in multiple translations, because some translations give more clarity than others. So one translation I like that I believe does an excellent job of bringing the words to life and give better understanding is the Amplified version. So Isaiah chapter 24 verse 21 in the Amplified Bible says, so will it happen in that day that Yahweh will visit and punish the host, fallen angels of heaven on high, and the kings of the earth on the earth. So that gives us more clarity better, and that I love how it words it. So the Most High is going to punish the fallen angels that are upon high, as well as the kings or the rulers that's ruling these different countries and nations here on earth. So that's what it's referred to when it talks about push the host of the high ones. So angels are going to be punished. Check out the New Living Translation, Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1, NLT. In that day, Yahweh will punish the gods in the heavens and the proud rulers of the nations on earth. And that shows that when Psalms 82 is talking about year gods, it's talking about the fallen angels that's ruling on high. It is not talking about Israel, because I know we are a special people, and the Most High has gave us amazing talent in singing, athletics, being creative, inventive, beauty and looks. But we are not gods in the context of Psalms 82 verse 6. That is talking about a heavenly council where the Most High was meeting with the angels that had nothing to do with the Israelites. Well, this is Brother Michael. I definitely hope and pray that this lesson was edifying and that you have a better understanding of that passage, now Psalms 82, that ye are gods. And that's all I have to say about this subject. Again, all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Thanks for listening and supporting. May the Most High continue to bless and keep you and your family. Shalom.